What was I saying? Okay, yeah, so, hello everybody, it's me, Fire1520. So, if anyone's ever tried to do the glitchless category, you have seen that there are pretty much no resources for this game. You're kinda just screwed. You just kinda have to, look around and hope that, you understand whatever run you're watching is doing and why they're doing it, and hope that there's no better strat for it. So, I decided to do this and try to compile every single little possible tip and trick that I could for maximum in-depth tutorial of Glitchless. I'm gonna go over the strats and small optimizations. So yeah, that is going to be it. Without further ado, because this is gonna be super long, let's start. Start with the prologue. So what you're gonna be doing is trying to get to Drac as fast as possible, because you need, like, in Glitchless you don't have time to spare, you just have to go fast. So what you're gonna do is the fastest way to get to Drac, you're gonna be holding down and then you're gonna spam the jump button. That is gonna give you the vault kick, the vault kick. And then once you reach this spot, you're gonna press down and then you're gonna go up left at the same time. You do not need to go up, you can just go diagonal straight away to do the uppercut. Once you do that, you're gonna follow it up with 2 blade dashes. Command for blade dash, if you don't remember: up, down, and then diagonal forward. It's not, you don't have to press the regular direction. You just go to the diagonals. That's what the actual command is. So, it is going to be something like this. So, ball kick, uppercut, blade dash 1, blade dash 2, and then you're gonna be standing around this area right here. Also, I need to do something real quick. Okay, never mind. And what you're gonna be doing is a very interesting technique, which is a front slide into a buffered blade dash. That's the name of it. So what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna start the command for the blade dash. So you're gonna press up, because that's the first part of the command. You're gonna press down, because that's the second part of the command. And while you're still holding down, you're gonna press jump. That's gonna initiate a front slide. And then once you get the front slide going, then you're gonna press the diagonal forward and then the attack to finish the blade dash command. If you do it correctly, it's gonna be something like this. And that is the fastest way to just keep going. You then fall to the ground and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something like that. I messed up the position because I was not in the proper place. But that is gonna be it to get into the drag fight as soon as possible. Do it in a fluid motion. It is going to be something like this. Oops, I pressed jump a little bit too early. Now, once you're in the Drac fight, you have plenty of time until Drac teleports. So what I just do is attack and then do a slide and then start backflipping. If you reset your console and you have the standard RNG, Drac is always going to spawn in this spot right here. So what you're going to do, attack, do a slide, and then I just start doing backflips because I have nothing better to do. I then look for a audio cue to know when to pick up the holy water and do the Hydrostorm input. So it would be something like this. When, like, kind of like this on the music. That's what I do, and you can kind of just calibrate that for your own setup. That's perfectly fine, and then you just move on with the fight as normal. So it's like you have plenty of time. You can goof around if you want. Just get your timing, initiate a Hydrostorm, throw it, hit the thing, and the second timing that I use is when he's about to save power. I then pick up the holy water and do the second Hydrostorm. And from here, you just pray for damage stacks and a lot of damage. Like, if you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, you can just reset. This is the start of the game. Remember, this is not randomized. It's an actual speedrun. You can reset as much as you want. You want to go as fast as you want. And that's pretty much just going to be it. It's very important that you end with no hearts because you're going to need a heart refresh for later. It's very important that you don't take damage because you want as much stats as possible. And it's very important that you keep the cross so that you get 5 extra MP. And that 5 extra MP is going to be absolutely crucial to do all of the strats that I do. Okay? So, once we get in, favorite part of everyone's, shield dashing. So, I'm not gonna go over shield dashing here in this video. It's not, this is gonna be long enough as is, and shield dashing deserves a whole separate discussion. I just recommend that if you're a beginner or intermediate level player, you just do the regular shield dashing method, which is just press the 2 buttons. It's like, it's pretty simple. Only after you have like a top 3, top 2 time and you're really trying to push the edge and go over your competitors, then you can try learning a second shield dashing method. So, here's the standard shield dashing method. This is kind of how it looks when I'm doing it. I've personally learned a second shield dashing method to go for more speed, and this is what it looks like when I'm doing it. And, you know, it's ever so slightly faster for me. I normally average out like a little bit under 3 pixels per frame with the regular shield dashing, and I average around 3.1 with my alternate setup. It depends obviously on how I'm feeling on that day and stuff like that, but yeah, anyway, focus on the basic shield dashing method first, which is just this, and because it's easier to control and easier to count. Alright? Anyways, so once you get in, what you're gonna be doing is just shield dashing and killing these wargs with a jump slash. It's the same as any percent. Try to cut the jump as short as possible. Some people do diagonal jump slashes, but I don't like that because if you go for a diagonal, there is a chance, like, depending on if you mess up the timing, you might end up like just keep walking forward, or because you because you're holding down, you just get stuck to the ground. So I don't like doing diagonal slashes. I just do regular slashes up, and I don't bother with the diagonal. So get somewhat close, and then try to cut short. I failed the jump there, that's fine. I failed another jump there, that's fine. Slow down a bit with the zombies, because you're gonna have to hit them. It's very important that you kill at the very least 1 zombie. That's the bare minimum. If you don't kill 1 zombie, you're gonna have problems. But you cannot kill more than 3. 3 is the absolute max. If you kill more than 3, then the experience route is gonna be messed up. So, just get used to this. You're gonna be in this corridor a lot. Try to not get hit, and if you get hit, just reset. Again, going for speed, and all of that jazz. Now, it's important to break this. Let me kill this. I'm killing these bats just to get out of the way. You're gonna go through the middle because it is faster to go through the middle of it than to go up. You might have seen 80% runs go up instead of going down. That, if they do that, it's because they don't want to pick up the item right here to mess up with the menus. And like if you're on, especially if you're on Xbox 360, because you don't need the extra time, like you have plenty to spare, you might want to go up just to have 1 less item in your menus. But because in Glitchless, and especially in PlayStation, you want to go as fast as possible, go through the middle because it's faster. Now, that there is a setup where you could potentially just, with a single jump slash, destroy the 2 hits, but it's pretty difficult, so it's easier to just do 1 jump slash close to the end, and then a second one to do the rock, and then just go double jump and move on with your life. Oh, I should probably reload a save state because I killed those bats. So you're gonna see a lot of save state reloading as I go around doing stuff and stopping for demonstrations. Also, another thing that's important to pay attention to in Glitchless is that your money is very tight. So if you get extra money drops, you must count every single one of them because they could potentially be used for speed. So right now I have 50. I'm not going to be able to demonstrate counting in because I'm going to be loading and reloading save states. But keep in your head that you have extra 50. And if you reach certain thresholds, you can do different strats. Anyway, I'm going to make a save state here just because it's going to be easier instead of going from the very start of the section. Now, from this point onward, you should start counting your shield dashes because it's going to, your back dashes and shield dashes too, because it's going to be important. So, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, jump, and then you start doing these jumps. Try to cut them short. It does not matter if you go to the left or to the right. It really doesn't. Some people go to the right, some people go to the left. I prefer going to the left, but it's up to you. Get comfortable doing these jumps, and the more you can shorten them, the better. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're gonna kill this thing. 1, 2, 3. It's out of sync because I've stopped, but like, keep those numbers in mind. You don't have to like learn each and every one of them. You pick them up with time, but like, get used to counting because it's gonna make things easier. Do something like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And here, what I do is that as I jump to kill this guy, I don't keep holding to the right. I hit him, and I stop holding to the right so that I don't move as much. And then on the... as you're falling, you're gonna get the second hit, and then you go back to pressing forward. That's small optimization here. 1 backdash, 1, 2. You can go 3 backdashes, or you can do 2. I prefer doing 2 and then moving a little bit manually, but it's really up to you. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. This thing is annoying. Normally you just get with 1, but if you go slowly, it's gonna start floating up and down. So try to do it fast so that with a single backdash you get it, and then you can backdash again. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna do 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now here, what you're gonna do is that you're gonna do 1 backdash followed by a kick thing, because I've heard it's faster. I don't know if it actually is, but I just do a kick because you have nothing better to do. And once you reach the ground, you're gonna do 7 backdashes, but you're gonna cut the last 7th short so that you can hit the skeleton, and then after that you're gonna do 4 backdashes, and once again you're gonna cut the 4th short. So it's gonna be something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're gonna hit this guy. Wait a tiny little bit, don't jump immediately or you might get hit. You just wait a tiny little bit and then you jump up. It's gonna be something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then as you jump, do not hold down, because if you hold down, you could potentially do a kick instead, which is bad. So just jump forward and then you do another jump and kill this guy. It is also possible to skip killing this second skeleton right here, but if you don't kill this skeleton that I'm on right now, then you have to kill the skeleton on the next screen, which I think is a little bit slower. And so because you have to wait a little bit for the skelly guy, I just kill the second one. Jump, jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're gonna get damage boost across the spikes on this one. Jump again to cancel the landing animation. 1, 2, I think you can do 3. Jump and get this thing, and then jump again. Now, menu time. I like to you can do this at any moment, really, in between those jumps. I personally like to menu as I'm falling onto this ledge. That's when I pause, and then you're gonna go X, or jump, I suppose. And then you can either press down, or what I like to do it is because... So, in this menu, you have to press down twice. And you want to equip the shield to the second hand. So that would be 3 down presses, and that is kind of slow. So what I do instead of just pressing down and then selecting the hand is that I select the first hand and then I use the R2 button to move down to the slot with my so I use my right hand to press R2 while the left hand is pressing right and down to reach the shield. So equip the shield, and then a lot of people get out of menus by pressing triangle. Don't do that, just press start and you immediately get out of the menu. Now you're gonna start shield dashing, and here's an important thing. Normally people pick this candle up because it's a dagger, and you pick the dagger because there's another candle later that's also a dagger, and it's gonna get you a big heart. I don't do that because instead of taking the dagger, I am going to take the axe. So I don't take this candle right here. Do not take it. Let me show you this section, how it is supposed to be. Oops. It's fine. So, don't pick this candle. Pick this candle. And then every other candle you just hit and get in. Don't get hit by the poison. Here, same thing with the skeleton. I actually just stop releasing the direction to the left. And I just let the fists double hit. And then you move on with your life. Now here, if you actually go super fast, you can potentially hit that guy. So, I mean, try to go fast, you probably should be fine, but as a general rule of thumb, don't try to be as fast as possible, otherwise you're gonna hit that guy and it's gonna be bad. Now, these jumps right here, you should shorten those jumps as much as possible. See how I stopped? I just stopped holding the X button as I'm kind of like in the middle of the platform. That's how you do those jumps as short as possible. But then on this one, you have to make it a little bit bigger to reach this platform while hitting the candle and getting the item. So it would be something like this. See, like this. Big jump, slash, and then you go back to the shorter jumps. Now, as I said, I picked this axe right here, and the reason for that is because when you're gonna be killing the X-Knight green guys later in Marble Gallery, there's more potential for them to drop a big heart. I like counting on RNG, so that's why I picked this heart, and I don't plan to pick the big heart on the candle that would be the dagger, so that's why I picked it here. Anyway, Slogra and Gaibon. So, jump, shield cancel, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're gonna do the Tetra Spirit. Super important. If you're moving and then you start holding up, potentially the Tetra Spirit will fail because you have to be on a neutral position before you start holding up, otherwise it will not work. So, cancel lag, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actually. Hold up, do the input, and then do a diagonal kick and try to try to hit both of them at the same time, because if you get lucky, you will get a double kill. Most of the time it won't happen, but if you do, it's just a little bit of time save that you get from saving that animation. Unfortunately, you can't really count on a setup because there's just so much potential for crits, and there's variation on your stats because of strength, so don't bother resetting for it. Just do the thing, diagonal, and punch them to death. Now, here, kill these guys. You can dash through them like that, as I just did. However, you can also just kill them, and it's just as fast, except they have the potential to drop money, so kill them instead of backdashing through them as I normally do. Do semi-short hops again. I forgot to be picking up those candles, but you should be picking up each and every single one of them. And now for the bloody zombies. The beauty of the experience route that I'm going for is that you will not get a level up on those zombies, which means that you should be two-shotting each and every single one of them. If you don't, it means that your strength is really bad. Even though you're already level 6, it would mean that your strength sucks, in which case, you reset. So, let me do this whole section without explaining so that you can have a better grasp at how it's supposed to be done. Oops. I wasn't close enough to do the double hits, but that's fine. Oops. Now here, in this part, something very important that you're going to be doing is that you're going to jump into this platform right into the ceiling and bonk your head. That's going to give you aerial control without the extra slowdown of jumping. So, kill this guy. Oops. And as you come here, this one candle right here, sometimes you're going to pick up the heart, sometimes you don't. Doesn't really matter. Just get here, backdash through, and move on with your life. Now, green X nice guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you just stop counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And you should be always counting your shield dashes because it makes you go fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. Let me do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Going. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here you're gonna be jumping at the very end of this ledge and hitting this candle, which is a big heart, and this candle, which is 25. So something like this. For the Flea Man, there really isn't much you can do. Just try to deal with them the best you can. It doesn't matter if you kill them or not. Just get on with your life.
Wait a moment.
Get this big heart right here. And keep going. Now, these tables right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Crouch and then punch them so they can double kill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do a diagonal kick to kill that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. And then kill this guy by jumping up and punching to cancel the punch with the ledge. And here, this guy is out of position because I've taken too long, but you're gonna do a big jump and then a diagonal kick to kill this lamp and that guy at the same time to get the big heart. On the next screen, you're gonna do something interesting. Let me get this guy out of the way. So, you need to pick the clock, and the way you do it, and you also need to kill this guy, and the way you do it, there is a setup with the dagger, but I'm not, as I said, I'm not picking the dagger, so what you do instead is that you jump, and you hit this, and you hit the candle, but as you're moving forward, you release forward just a tiny little bit, because if you just punch the candle and keep going, you're not gonna get the sub-weapon. So what you do instead is that you release it and like stall in the air for a tiny little bit, and that's gonna allow you to pick the candle, and then you press forward again for a diagonal kick to kill that skeleton. So let me do this fast. Oops. The whole section. You might be noticing that I'm doing more shield dashes than normal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's because I'm just trying to do them fast. You're gonna get used to it eventually. There's a big heart, I think, here? Maybe here. No, so it's in the second one. There's a big heart here if you want. I don't pick it up, so... But... God damn it. But keep in mind that you can do that. Get hit by the Fleaman. Always happens. See, just like that. I know it felt a little bit fast, but that's exactly what you do. Like, you just stall for a little bit and then follow it up with a kick as you're falling, and you're gonna kill that guy. Move on with your life. There is nothing of interest here. Just keep going. Whenever you see an enemy jump, do the diagonal kick, then move on. There's nothing really interesting about these guys right here. You just jump over them. Be ready to always block their fireball shots. If you're not sure, you can stall for a little bit. Now, it's important to pick up this candle, and here's where keeping track of your money is important, because if you happen to get super lucky and you got at the very least 250 extra drops that you were not counting on, you can skip doing this little jump and hop here. Like, it's a very minor thing, but like every time save you can get is time save you can get. Now, on these stone roses, you're gonna get close to them and then do a summon spirit to get past. So the shortcut is press the opposite direction you're going, up and down, and that is going to activate the summon spirit. So it's gonna be something like this, and then you backdash through. You can even buffer it as you're still dashing backwards, just like I did there, and if you do it correctly, it's gonna be good. Now, a single backdash is enough. Don't single backdash, jump here, and jump here. Now, this is a great place to practice doing short hops, because if you do too long of a hop, you're gonna go through a bunch of strange transitions. You don't want to do that, so practice doing this. And then you just go backdashing your way and jump over these guys. 1, 2, 3. Single backdash, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So, let me stay here. Now, depending on how far you backdash, one thing that you can do in this boss is to be you can try to just like do it something like this, like hold up and then do a single backdash to trigger the thing. If you're very close, don't do that, otherwise you run into the boss. If you're like very far away, like something like this, you might be you can get 2 backdashes going, just keep it in mind, and then punch the guy to death. Now, on this next rune right here, pay attention to any extra drops. So, let's see, do I have it? Yes, in this case, I got an extra Basilar drop that I wasn't expecting from an enemy. You could be getting morning sets, green tea, night shield, something like that. If that happens, you jump over the gladius so that you don't mess up the menu. Because I'm gonna be I'll be loading a save state to just fix that later. But if you get no extra drops, backdash through. If you do get 1 extra drop, or rather, if you get an even number of extra drops, and reminder 0 is even, you backdash through and get this item. If you don't, you jump over it. So in this case, in the save state that I have right here, I have an even number, so oops. That's the problem of trying to... That is the problem of trying to do the backdash strat. you might mess up. And if you do, you can get hit by the boss. So I don't recommend backdashing when you're far away from, when you're close to it. I recommend just holding up and walking manually while spamming the shield. Anyway, moving on. As I said, I have an odd number, so I'm just gonna go over it. And here, you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, jump, hit this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, jump, kill this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, jump, 1, 2, 3. Doesn't matter if you kill only 1 or 2 of these guys, just punch 1, get out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, jump, jump, and here, when you go for the, when you get to this other platform right here, you're gonna do a jump and a diagonal kick because sometimes there's a Medusa there. There's a chance that there won't be, in which case you could backdash through, but like, it's not even that much faster because you just have to jump to this other platform anyway. So always get into the habit of doing a diagonal kick there just in case you find that Medusa. So anyway, let me show you this climb. Yep, Medusa right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9, and then you just keep going. Now here for the elevator, there are a bunch of methods you can do. You can punch, you can shield dash through, you can use a soul steal. Don't use a soul steal because it's not actually any faster. Like, sure, you might do it if you really need the health, but it's really not worth it. Like, just... You can just backdash through. I prefer punching. I don't like backdashing too much, so I just punch and go out of the way. They're the exact same speed, it doesn't really matter. Just keep going, and do not attempt to do the floor clip because it's prohibited in Glitchless. Like, let's see if I can get it. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. I don't actually know the setup because it's not important. Don't do it in Glitchless. Regardless, backdash through, and I don't like backdashing out of the relic. It's technically faster, but I just mess up a lot of the times and end up missing the elevator. So I just get the thing and then I turn to the left and walk manually to the elevator. Now, Garnet, getting the Garnet jump. Backdash to this screen because it allows you to buffer, and you don't have to be far away. You can just be like as soon as you get it to the other screen, you can transform, and what you're gonna do is that you're gonna press to the left twice to initiate the dash, then you're gonna jump, and after you jump, then you hold to the right. And you can do, if you're already on the ledge, like I am right here, you can do it extremely quickly. Something like this. Like, I barely moved, and I was already doing the dash. If you happen to, like, release the left before you jump, this is what happens. You just keep going in this direction instead of getting the big jump. So if it's kind of hard for me to do because I'm used to doing it the right way. Oh my god, how do I do this wrong just for the sake of purposes? Damn it, do it the wrong way. Do it the wrong way, dude. If this is happening, it's because you're releasing you're releasing left too soon. Don't release left yet. Hold it for a little bit longer so that you can initiate the jump. Anyway, yeah, just like that. I released left a bit too soon. Get in here, begin the dash, and as you begin the dash, untransform. Try to do a bark because sometimes you kill the thing, but it doesn't matter because even if you don't get the bark off, you can just punch and get the Garnet. So anyway, once you do that, just move on with your life. Now, the big hallway session. You could potentially do full wolf. Don't do that. It's not worth it. It's like a second time save at best, like 2 seconds maybe, and it's super difficult. Instead, what I recommend doing is learning the reference points so that you can jump over the stone roses. The way you do it is that I use a visual cue, and very important here. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this thing. Very important. My visual cues are gonna be calibrated for me and my setup with my delay on my monitor, input delay, my reaction time, and my shield dashing speed. So the reference that I use to begin the jump over the stone rose is this middle line right here where I'm staying, like in the middle of Alucard's feet. Once I kind of cross that, that's when I begin the jump. Let me show you. I did this a little bit too late. And that is going to be it. Even if you get hit, you get damage boosted in the right direction, and that's fine. So it's better to be a little bit too early than too late, because if you get too late, you're gonna get stuck. But yeah, that's the reference for the jump. For the second stone rose, the reference is... Ooh, a Mew ticket. Can I get a Toadstool? Come on, please. Please. Oh, what a shame. Anyway, the reference for the second jump is you can either use this statue right here, or just like the first one, I use this line on the ground in the middle of Alucard's feet. So, this would be something like this. I got damage boost, so that's fine. I got damage boosted again, that's fine. So, just keep going. Once again, if you somehow got so much money that you skip the first candle and you have still extra left over to skip this, you can skip this. And then you just keep going and jump over the difflows just like you did before. Now, once you reach this other side, transform into wolf and then immediately start running. Jump and bark on this guy, and general wolf mechanics here. Anytime there's a ledge, you do not want to just run into it because you lose a couple of, I think it's 1 frame, maybe 2 frames, something like that. So you always want to be, if possible, jump over it, and then you don't lose those frames. I don't know how much you actually lose, but like, it doesn't cost anything. Might as well do the jump. Jump here, jump over this guy, hit this guy, and here, let me get... Oh, damn. Motorbikes everywhere. Get out of my face. Okay. So, as you're running, you can just kill this guy right here at bonk. But most importantly, this candle right here is the clock that we got previously, and we want to pick it up again to get extra hearts. And the way we do it without stopping is, again, reference point. I use this line. See this line that the head of the dog is on the background. That's when I'm running. That's when I'm gonna be jumping and doing a bark, because destroying the candle is easy. The problem is destroying the candle and picking up the heart without stopping. So let me try to show you how I do it. This time didn't work. How far is this? Oof. A little bit too far, that's fine. Let me get the death well once again. Always be ready to block. Turn in wolf. And then start running. Jump and bark on this guy. Jump to avoid the ledge. Jump over this. Jump over here. And this time I got it. So, like, muscle memory doing its job. Anyway, you gotta go here. And then time for the wolf, the table jump section. So, you're gonna be running, and as you screen transition, you're gonna be barking as you fall. I just spam the attack button, that's fine. And then immediately as I fall, I just jump and bark again to keep going. There are different methods to do this, but that's how I do it. I just bark as I'm falling. Oops. Come on. I just bark as I'm falling down, and then I immediately jump and bark again. Now, you're gonna keep going, and once you reach around this area, once you cross the sledge, you're gonna release the directional so that you don't go flying through. You're gonna turn, initiate a dash, and here you're gonna begin the setup for the table jump. So what you're gonna do is there's this guy. You're gonna start running, and kind of like in the middle of those two candles, you're gonna begin a bark. Okay. And because like you can bark while running to the right because reasons, Sotn, to kill this guy. Now, once you reach around this spot, you're gonna jump, and by doing this, see how let me get rid of these tables real quick. See how by doing this little jump at kind of like the base of it. Let me get some speed. I kind of do a little hop. That was not me jumping. I didn't jump at all. That's just wolf mechanics. Because like once you reach here, he kind of does a little hop. And once it does that little hop, you can kind of just release the directional and get air control. That's a little bit tight. It's kind of difficult to explain. But you get the hang of it eventually. Something like this. And so once you start doing that hop, you release the right direction. And then you're going to be able to get air control to face to the left and begin another dash to the left. Now, here what you're going to do for the table jump is that to get over it, you must start dashing. You must jump. You must release the left button, jump, and then in the middle of the air, immediately get... Did I make a save state? Yes. And in the middle of the air, you're gonna press left again. So, I know it's a bit confusing, but it's gonna be something like this. So, did that look easy? It is definitely not easy at all. Once again, I kind of just wing it. Like, you could use these things as visual references, but I have crap reaction time, so I just muscle memory through it. Once again, what you do is start running, release the directional, then jump, then you press the directional again. So, something like this. If you don't press left fast enough, you're gonna lose all your speed. If you don't release to the left, I'm gonna not release. See? I tried to jump, but I didn't release left, so I just got that very small hop. It is a very tricky jump. See, in that time, I didn't release left fast enough. Let's try this again. In this case, I probably would have gotten it, but I didn't press left fast enough to retain my momentum. I lost a lot of it. It's still good enough if you get the jump. But get used to it. It's not as hard as it seems. All you have, like, it is pretty difficult, but it's not that bad. You can get used to it. Regardless, it's important to know you're never going to be holding up at any point at all. Alright? So, anyways, two possibilities. Possibility number one, you get the wolf, the book jump, and then you keep going, which is great. Possibility number two, you get hit by the tables. If you get hit by the tables, and I'm going to show what you do, what you're going to be doing is, while you're in the air, you're going to buffer a summon spirit to get across them. You don't have a good method to kill them while the wolf, so I'm going to intentionally fail the book jump right here, just to show you what you're supposed to do. See, just like that. Shield dash out of the way, and then you transform into a wolf again and begin running. Once again, see this ledge right here? I didn't run into it. I began the dash, and then I jump, and then another ledge, again, jump over it to avoid losing that one frame. Now, this Fleaman can do a bunch of different things. I just like, when I'm getting kind of close to it, I just jump and bark to try and avoid it. So, let me show you, let me try to do a book jump right here to show you how this section is supposed to be like. Kind of like that. Jump, 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 and bark. And then, because this is kind of out of whack, this statue right here is locked, but Basically, you're just gonna keep running, and then you can do fancy maneuvers to keep your momentum with the wolf. Please get out of the way so that I can show what you're supposed to do. Please. Please, game. Please, game. Okay, anyways, so you're gonna be running here, right? You're gonna do a super jump, and because I am bad, I am so bad at this game, you're gonna do the dive kick, cut your jump short, cut your jump short. Now, this thing right here, you might be tempted to pick it up, to pick up this life max up. Don't do it, because later down in the game, we're gonna do a big toss, and depending on how lucky you get with your stats, and as well as if you mess up the experience route, there's the potential for this 5 extra HP be the difference between getting that big toss or having too much HP and not being able to do the big toss. And besides, like, look at this. It's so much time that you lose, so just jump over it. So, and what you're gonna do is jump over it. Don't try to backdash here because you have to jump over it, so just jump to get to the ledge again, and then turn around and do one more backdash before reaching this ledge. Now, I'm gonna load the backup save state that I was doing, in which I have low HP, but like it kind of doesn't matter. Let me show you my equipment, and I didn't get anything extra. The menu is supposed to be here. Like, this is the standard of how you should be when you reach the Coliseum. Now, don't kill these guys because it's slow. We do it in randomizer because maybe items, but here it's just slow. So what you're gonna do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So if you're super fast, you can do 5 backdash, 6 and 5 instead of just the 5 and 4 that I'm doing. But if not, just count your backdashes and it's gonna be fine. Keep going through, and here you're gonna need to pay attention to your heart count. So there are 2 thresholds that you want. You want at the bare minimum 20, so that you can use the clock in the flea armor plus throne room. That's the minimum you want. But if you can reach 40 by the end of this section, okay, so it's not important to count the hearts like right now. It's important to keep in mind the whole section. If you can reach 40, that's going to be good, because in the second castle you can make a use of the second clock. So in this, if you're missing hearts, this candle right here has a big heart. Actually, it's a clock, but because you already have the clock, it's going to turn into a big heart. So that's 5. Keep that in mind. Save state. Jump over this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double hit. 1, 2, 3. Double hit. You can... there's 50 money in this candle right here that you're supposed to pick up. And if your strength is insanely good, you can actually one-shot this guy. So if you happen to get that one-shot, you know that your strength is really good and your run's insane. Keep going. Jump over this. Stall. Jump over this. Backdash. Keep holding, and this guy is gonna run over it. Jump. Keep holding, and here is the second big heart. You can just get this. So that's plus 10 you can get. Oops. Damn it. You might get lucky and get an extra heart from an enemy, so keep that in mind and plan ahead how many hearts you're gonna get. Backdash, backdash. Get this. Double hit, and this heart you're always expected to pick up because you're always gonna destroy. You're always gonna kill this guy and destroy this candle. So you're gonna get 1 heart. Here you can either just shield dash through because it's fast, or I prefer personally to, when you're around the middle of the platform, jump and get aerial control. Doesn't matter, both are the same. It's personal preference, same speed. Anyways, and you keep going through the Minotaur and Werewolf fight. Now, And this fight, backdash through, and while they're spawning, you're gonna set up, and what you want to do, you see this skull on the ground. You want the forward foot to be a little before it as you spam the attack button, and if everything is right so far, you should be able to get it no problem whatsoever. Once you kill Minotaur, prepare a Summon Spirit, and then you can kind of just stay here. My strength is actually pretty low in the save state. But this is the basic strat. Just kill Minotaur, position yourself like this, get the double hits. Once it's dead, I like to position first and then Summon Spirit second. But it's really up to you. If you have good strength, you can actually just be closer and hit it in this spot right here, as it's like doing the backflip. If you don't have that great strength, you kind of have to be a little bit on the back. You can see this skeleton texture on the ground. You kind of just stay here and punch it, and you're gonna get the double hits. So let me show you this fight once again. I like to position first, so I like doing this. It's not gonna work out because I did a little bit too I got a little bit too close, and because my strength is garbage in the save state. But you know, sometimes you do get those garbage like this. Something like this. Like if I didn't kill it, Minotaur, the werewolf would have kept walking and hit me. Doesn't matter. Get used to this fight, really. You gotta practice this and just move on. Anyway, here you want to jump over the switch, because if you don't, you're not gonna be able to reach the other side. So, just like that. So, oh dear, I wasted the clock. That's a shame. Doesn't matter. Make a save state here. Oops. Damn it. This lag. I just do one. I pick it up, jump one, and then shield dash your way. Now, this part right here, just shield dash through and keep holding to the left, and you're gonna reach this ledge. And here you're gonna do a soul steal. Don't look at my inputs. I don't know how to do soul steal. Once you do, you're gonna backdash through, and see how there was a big heart right here? That is your last big heart. So let's get back to the start of the section. You get you can potentially, if you need to, get the 5 from the clock next to the sword spectral guy. You get 5 from the big heart next to the blade masters. You get 1 from the guy that you kill and the candle that's on top of it, and then you're gonna get an extra oops. Come on, I don't know how to do soul steal. And then you're gonna get 5 here, so that's 16, and that one you for 17. So you can be missing up to 17 hearts and still make it to the next 20 or 40 threshold. All right. Anyway, just move on with your life. You're gonna get hit, jump, reach this spot, backdash, crouch, and then punch, and that is gonna give you the 1,000 money back. Now, once you do that, you're gonna use a library card. Press X to get in, and you can just spam it to get and use in the same hand that you have the shield, because you're gonna be equipping new items after the shop anyway. So just left down, and you should be reaching the library card. So show you how this is supposed to go. And then use the library card. Alright? Make a save state here. Now, here, just turn to the other direction and do a backdash, cancel the thing. This menu is pretty simple. You're gonna sell the garnet and then you're gonna buy everything. So down,
I'm interested.
1, 2, 3, 4, sell the garnet, press triangle to get back, up, press X, and then here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna spam X to buy the Jewel of Open, then you're gonna press R1, 1, 2, 3, then you're gonna press up, 1, 2, 3, to the right twice, 1, 2, X, R1, 1, 2, X, and that is the menu. Let me show that again, but this time done quickly. Practice these menus because they're important. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Once again.
I'm interested in.
Farewell for now.
And that is the menu. Now, as you're leaving the guy in the middle of the animation, you're gonna pause, and then you are going to equip the Iron Shield and the Shield Rod. If your menus are properly set up, right down, equip the shield, then you press L2 to go up to the other hand, press up, and then press X to equip the shield, and then pause. So, one more time, showing the full menu. Just practice this, and it's gonna be worth it.
Thank you. Farewell.
See, just like that. Very quick menu. Now, at this point, you want to turn into Wolf, and you want to get a move on. If you have a ton of MP, like I do right here, you can try to go for a Mist Wolf to be a little bit faster because you have MP to spare. But if your MP is pretty low, because say, let's try to get it like this. So if your MP is pretty low, do not risk using Mist, otherwise you're gonna run out. I think this is low enough that I'm gonna run out. Yes. Maybe I can get it. Yeah, no. So you need Mist to get over there. So if you're too low on MP, do not try to do the Mist Wolf. Just do the regular Wolf.
Thank you. Thank you.
Damn it, this is lagging. Just do the regular Wolf if you don't have enough MP and move on with your life. Anyways, here's a small little tip. Jump over this ledge. Remember what I said about don't run into ledges because it loses your frame. Just jump over this. Now here, you want to be doing the jump to get there. Now, the faster way to do it is to just jump like this and then do it like this. But if you're having trouble, like jumping and releasing the directions at the proper time, there is an easier setup that you can do, and I actually do that because I'm a baby. So you see this ledge right here? As you're falling down, if you're dashing, you can actually see how I'm holding left, and yet I'm going to the right. Let me get a bit of speed to show you. So look at my inputs. I am holding left, yet I'm going to the right. If you hold left as you're falling on that small ledge, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna keep running in the direction that you're running. And then once you press the jump, it immediately yeets you to the left and makes it absolutely guaranteed that you're gonna land the setup. So it's gonna be something like this. See how it always nails the setup 100% of the time? You can do that if you're having issues, or you can, but the problem is, because you don't jump as the wolf, you lose a little bit. It's like a quarter of a second, something like that you lose, but you know, you do your preferred method. I like to do this because I'm a baby. Anyway, my reference for this jump is that once the head reaches, Get out of here, please. Once the wolf head reaches this column right here, see this brown column before the gray greenish texture? Once the head reaches here, that's when I jump. That's the setup that I'm used to. So something like this. And then you use mist to get over here. Now, very important. You could get through that thornweed by killing it with the shield rod, but don't do that, because if you do, it is going to mess up the experience route. So let me get to that point again.
Thank you.
Damn it. The computer is lagging, dude. I swear to God. It's eating my inputs.
Thank you. Farewell for...
Get there. Make a save state. So, once you get here, use mist to get here, to get to the ledge, and then jump over the thornweed and don't kill it. Keep shield dashing through. And here, there's an important technique. Once you see this data saved, you can just spam the X button, and if you do that, it's gonna cancel the animation. I didn't know that the first time around, so I'm gonna show it without pressing X. See how it takes forever to keep moving, and spamming it just ends real fast and allows you to move on. Anyway, you're gonna stop at the thing. It's gonna refill your HP, and it is going to refill your MP as well. And it's also gonna be the first save of the run, so there's that. A little bit of a break for your fingers. Anyway, on the next room, you want to use a clock so that you can jump over them, stall a little bit. See how I'm just releasing the directional? Because if you just where is this thing? If you just keep holding it, you're probably gonna get hit. So stall a little bit, jump over it, then jump over it. Stall a tiny little bit, and then jump over it. That's how you get through this room. And it's very important. Okay, so get through this room, go shield dashing, and then see this guy right here. You do not want to kill this guy, because if you do, it is going to mess up the experience route and give you an extra level up animation, which is bad because it is slow. So the way you deal with that guy is, as you're backdashing through, when you're kind of like in this position, then you hold up and it's gonna eat one of your shield inputs and turn it into a clock activation, and then you want to jet through as fast as you can. If you do it extremely quickly, you're gonna be able to oops, I released it a bit too early. If you can do this very quickly, you can jump over this guy. I didn't do it fast enough. Let's try this again. The longer you delay the clock activation, the better. Not fast enough. Let's try this again. It's really hard. And this was a bit too early. Try this again. I think this is gonna be good. Nah. Okay, I got it through this time. It's fine if you get hit, doesn't matter. Anyway, you want to not kill that guy so that it doesn't mess up the experience round. Now, first, boss fight. That's pretty interesting. You're gonna backdash through just a little bit, and as you're kind of like in this direction, you jump, and if you're like, you have to get close enough to bait him into using a swipe attack rather than flying up, because if he flies up, you lose a whole bunch of time. So it's gonna be something like this, and then you position yourself so that the shield rod spell hits as much as possible. So let's try this again. Something like this. And if everything is right so far, you will not get a level up animation. Now, pay attention once again. If you kill this flea armor, or if you kill the thornweed, then you're gonna get a level up off of the boss, which is obviously slow, because it's a level up animation. Oops. I got stuck on the ground. And I didn't position myself properly, so get good with this fight and kill it. As soon as you kill it, transform into a wolf and start running, and you're gonna be able to move through just fine. Now here, very important, you wanna get this middle item right here, which is an onyx, and either you're gonna get the onyx and the item to the left or the item to the right. You're expected to get 2 of them, but not all 3. You can potentially get all 3 depending on how you jump, but personally I just jump over it, and I on the way get these 2 items. That's personally how I do it, because I think it's safer. Then while you're still running, you're gonna do an uppercut and a super jump with the wolf, and do it while holding to the right, so that once you reach this spot, you can turn into mist and pass through. Something like that. Now, this candle right here contains a 250 money bag. Depending on how lucky you got with money drops, you might need it or you might not need it. But just if you don't need it, you can just shield dash through. Otherwise, you can just jump, get it, and then backdash into this thing. Now, you're gonna try, if possible, to cancel the grab animation with a menu. If you do it, let's see if I can do it. Kind of like that. See how I paused, and I'm sorry. See how you can listen to the item pickup sound, but I already paused. You want to do that because it saves you a tiny little bit of time. Anyway. This menu right here, spam X and then go left down to reach the library card. Press start, and then you cancel one animation with the other. If you can do it quickly, like if you can do this, it saves you a tiny little bit of time. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter all that much. Alright, so backdash through to reach this guy, and then you're gonna sell the onyx. So it's gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Get back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the timing is the exact same for both of them. Is this correct? Yes, this is correct. So get used to this timing and just kind of YOLO it. Something like this.
I'm interested in this.
Oops.
I'm interested. I'm interested.
And then get out. Now. From here on, you're gonna do the library escape. Probably just Mist Wolf and then run. You do have the bat, but because of mana reasons, it is better to just run with the wolf. Jump, jump, jump. Delay a tiny little bit. Jump again. It is better than using the bat. Just trust me, bro. Jump over this guy. And then once I kind of reach this spot right here, that's when I jump again. This is kind of bad. Let me do this again.
For you? Thank you.
I'm interested.
Farewell for now.
Anyways, jump off this ledge. Jump, jump, jump. Delay a little bit. Jump. Jump. Jump over this, and once you get to that kind of reference point, I then do the jump, and depending on how well you do it, you kind of just reach this spot. Sometimes you reach here, which is a little bit slower, but if you reach here, that's good, because you can just start running. And then, once you're around this area, turn into bat and fly up. Do not wing smash through these guys, because if you do, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna get a level up, so you don't want to do that. Something like this. Oops. A little bit too early. I'm sorry, a little bit too late. Come on. Just a moment. So, do something like this, and you're gonna be able to reach this spot. Now, now that you have the bat, you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then do a bat dash. So something like this: 1, 2, 3, bat dash. It is gonna get across this room. This right here, you're gonna hold up and do a mist bat. Do a wing smash and kind of untransform around the middle of it, something like this. And it's gonna put you at this spot right here. You kind of have to get the hang of it. Go up and back dash. 1, 2, 1, 2, jump, and here you're gonna do the any percent strat. And I have too much mana because I am pausing to explain everything, but jump, and as you're in the apex of your jump, then you're gonna turn into bat, move manually, do a wing smash, cancel it with mist bat, do a wing smash, cancel it with mist bat, and then untransform around like this area right here that I'm at, and you're gonna end up here. Jump, jump, jump and transform. See how I'm not through the screen transition? It's fine if you do get the screen transition, but ideally you're just gonna be here, and then you're gonna do the wing smash and reach this spot. So, let me show you how these sections are supposed to go. I think it's too high, isn't it? Yeah, it's too high. Never mind. Oops. One. What? He didn't die. Come on. Man. I hate this boss, dude. I don't quite understand how you're supposed to do it properly, and as I said, there's no one to teach, so it's a bit difficult, but you know. Kinda like this. Oops. Failed the grab, that's fine. It doesn't really matter, it's just a very minor time save. Also, you'll notice that I still have the library cards equipped. Do not pause to equip back the shield rod. Wait until you're on a loading
What can I
room
do for you?
because it has no music.
I'm interested in.
And
Farewell for
it allows you to go faster. I lost MP here because of the Mist Wolf. That's a shame. That means that the strats are not gonna work as intended. That's the problem with doing Mist Bats and Mist Wolves. If you fail, you lose MP, and MP is very tight in this run. Over. And just about perfect. 1, 2, 3. Do it like this. So because I did that fail, I'm not gonna do the wing smash here. Just gonna walk manually, and the any percent strat, something like this. You can potentially not have enough MP. I guess I don't. And if so, you can't do the wing smash. It's fine. Just backdash through. That's okay. Doesn't matter. Anyway. Backdash through here. 1, 2, 3. Bat dash and equip the shield rod. Don't forget to equip the shield rod. You need to do it at some point during one of those loading rooms. Alright? Anyways. Clock tower. So, what you're gonna do? You're gonna do 4 wing smashes to get to the other side. Try to practice it up with 4 wing smashes. So, turn to the left so that you can then turn to the right without grabbing the door. Bat dash while pressing to the left to get a little bit of extra distance. And then wing smash up, wing smash up, wing smash up. And the reference to clear this thing is, you see how at the very edge I can see those little flames at the very bottom, somewhere around here. See how they disappear? And now I can clearly. That is the reference. If you can see those pixels, it means that you're too low. You need to go up a little bit more. So something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dive kick and cancel it with a shield. Then do a bat dash and then a wing smash down. And very important here, cancel the transformation rather than letting it go. Because... let me show you. If you don't cancel the transformation, there is the potential to hit this harpy. I didn't because I messed up. Give me a moment. Come on. What? Come on. Let me make a save state here. So, if, depending on how far ahead you are, you might end up hitting it, and then you're gonna get this level up animation. This is bad. So, when you're kind of close to it, untransform manually, backdash, and then you're gonna avoid that level up. Now here, you're gonna do the double damage boost setup. So, what you do is that you jump, and you see this middle pipe. That's kind of the reference that you want to be to get to avoid the harpy. Move up to a little bit, and once you clear it, touch the... Oops. Let me reload the save states. I can do it quickly. Touch the head of the harpy, and it is going to damage boost you into that cog, something like this, and then jump again, and it's going to get you through. On this screen transition, jump and do a shield rod, because sometimes there's a Medusa here. I've lost runs to it. Anyway, shield dash throw. Once you reach this area, do a wing smash, and I kind of untransform early, because if you just keep going, you're going to bonk here, so you can get a little bit of extra speed if you untransform early. Once you untransform, you go one backdash, then one bat dash, and then wing smash up to reach this point. Now here, you want to do a wing smash through, but if you just do it haphazardly, you're gonna bonk your head into an invisible wall because Sotn. So the way to avoid that is to be touching. Make sure that you're touching this spot right here, and it's gonna allow you to clear every time. If you don't touch, it's random. You might get it, you might not get it. I guess I did this time around. Let's see if I bonked this time. I did. Great, because Sotn. So to avoid that, make sure you're touching this and move up. Do not press left, because otherwise you're gonna mess up the setup. That's not good. Just hold left and then hold straight up. No extra inputs. I did it too late. Kill the harpy. You want to delay the untransform as much as possible, but if you delay it too much, the harpy you hit the harpy and you get the level up. So anyway, something like this. Oops. 1, 2, and here you can do a miss bat. Kind of like that if you want to go fast. If you don't want to risk the MP loss from turning into mist, just hold the jump while you're falling. It's going to slow down your fall and then transform into bat, so that you don't lose as much height. So something like this. Wing smash, and then just shield dash your way through Now, for the Carsman fight, you're gonna be shield dashing. As you're falling down, hold the shield, okay? And spam the attack button, something like this. Now, because we are kind of low level, it takes a little bit of extra effort to kill. But notice the important thing here. The important thing here is that while the shield spell is going, I am hitting the boss to keep getting extra damage on the table. So, something like that. And you're gonna have to jump to get to the door, and the audio cue that I use is that once it starts exploding, that's when I jump. So, let me do it without pausing. It's something like that. Sorry, once it's finishing exploding, my bad. Memory is getting confused. Anyways, jump, turn into bat. If you have enough for a wing smash, do it. If you don't, it's fine. Just get a little bit of extra speed. Now, for the for this section, you're gonna do a single back dash, jump over here, bat dash, and then start holding down so they start going down. Cancel the landing with a get out of here. Cancel the landing animation with a shield, bat dash, and go 1, 2, 3, hold down, and untransform. And you're gonna get the leap stone. So it's gonna be something like this. Hold a little bit up just to clear this, and then start holding down. Sorry? One, 2, 3, hold, oops, held down a little bit too early. Didn't hold up nearly enough. One, 2, 3. Get the leap stone, and here, I killed this guy just to get it out of the way, but normally you wouldn't. You're gonna jump and then do a double jump, but instead of doing it quickly, you're gonna really space out your double jumps because you want to stretch 3 wing smashes to get to the end of that round. So jump, jump, do a very long transformation, and 1, 2, and then 3. And if everything is according to plan, you're gonna reach this platform. Doesn't matter if you're at the very edge of it, just this general area. Once you're here, get out of my way. Shield dash through and then double jump to cross this gap. You're gonna end up somewhere around here. Jump once and then you're gonna reach this door. Let me show you the whole section in action. Barely made it, but I made it, and that's what matters. Shield dash through, go, and get over here. Now, doing dive bats in these rooms, you kind of just have to wait a little bit so they can start moving, and then I just kind of like triple press the jump button, and as I'm pressing the last jump, I then press R1 and the because like you can be holding down and right in the direction and still move without stopping. So jump, start holding down, and then do the triple taps. So something like this. It's kind of how I do it. You kind of have to get the hang of it, but get used to it because you're gonna be using that a lot throughout the game. 1, 2, 3. Don't pick that up. If you pick that up, it's bad because it messes up your menus. Oops. So yeah, something like that. It's kind of how you do it. Immediately go back, wait a little bit. Like you wait one step and then you do the jump. Do a dive bat and then try to stretch out your wing smashes as much as possible. This is kind of an art form, you just have to get it really. If you're good enough, you can reach all the way here with a single. Now, this spot right here, there are two things that you could potentially do. So, depending on how much MP you have, if you have enough MP to do a wing smash, you do one strat, which is the following. You go shield dashing through, get out of here, and then you bonk your head into this bell right here. See how the jump would get me all the way over here? Bonk so they can get area control, and as you're right here at the end, miss the bat and then do a wing smash. If you don't have enough for a wing smash, what you're gonna do instead is shield dash through and then jump bonk and then jump again while still in the air, so that you can be in a dive kick state without losing time from being in the air too much. So it's something like this. See how I got into a dive kick and it barely looked like I double jumped? That's because I jumped and then I jumped again really quickly. That's what you should be doing. Get into the dive state, and once you're kind of like around here in this middle part, then you do, then you finish off the dive kick command, untransform, and reach this platform. So it's gonna be something like this. Alright? So, now, way to hippogriff. Backdash, because you're gonna be spammy, and then double jump into a dive bat. 1, 2. And that's gonna be enough. You don't even need the backdash actually, but it just makes it a little bit harder. With the backdash, you get a little bit more distance and a little bit more time. But anyway, reach the spot. Now for the hippogriff fight, jump. Don't hold any direction. Jump again, and then initiate the dive bat, and cancel the bat going left by going right. So something like this. Jump, do the thing, align, get as much damage as you can. Something like this. Oh, that's an MP refill glitch. I'm cheating. Do a dive bat, get over here. And here you're gonna do bat dash followed by wing smash. If you do it properly, you're gonna be around this spot. Jump, delay, jump again. And that is going to allow you to clear jump, delay, jump again. To clear this gap while being in a dive kick state. If you jump too fast, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna bonk on this. If you delay too much, if you delay too much on the second jump, you're gonna hit this spot and it's gonna cancel your jump. So something like this. And see how right there I released the directional, because if I'm on the second jump and I keep holding to the left, I could potentially get stuck on this platform. So I just release it for a tiny little bit, cross the gap, and then do the dive bat. After the dive bat, you're gonna do 3 wing smashes. So it's gonna be like this. 1, 2, 3, hold down. Backdash, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then do a bat dash here. Now at this point you're gonna pause, because you're going to need to equip a mana prism. So the menu is gonna be already preset. Press that, get into it, left down, mana prism. I'm sorry. This is the old setup, my bad. So what you're going to do in this menu, get left to equip the library card, and then right R2 to change hands, down, and then equip the mana prism. You're going to equip both items at once you cross that mist gate. Failed the dive bat there. It's fine. 1, 2, 3. Spam the mana backdash once and then press to the left, and if everything is right, you're gonna reach that blue door. Oops. Now, anytime you're going through a blue door, hold the you can buffer a backdash. So since I want to go to the left, I hold right and triangle, and it's gonna put me right here. Okay. Now, to get to this next room, you're gonna do once again a standing dive bat. So jump again without holding any direction, and after a second jump, then you put the diagonal. So it's gonna be like this. You're gonna untransform, cancel the cutscene as fast as you can, and then you can just do 3 backdashes and then press square to get the library card, to get the silver ring and library card. So it's gonna be something like this. Now here, once you do teleport, equip back your shield and your shield rod. Now, libraries, second time around. The first time we used the wolf because the wolf was the fastest one to get out of there. Not the fastest, I'm sorry, the most mana efficient, which turns out to be the fastest. Here, we're gonna just be using dive bats. So, do 1 dive bat and let it go. That's the best way to do it. Because you're gonna need as much MP as possible. Try to get through. If you get through, that's actually great. If you don't, like, oh well, it happens. But anyway, here, just backdash through. Don't try to do dive kicks. Don't try to do anything fancy. And here, when you're gonna cross this gap, you're gonna do a 1, 2, 3, 4 dive kick, and it's gonna put you here. 1 backdash is enough. 1 backdash is enough. Jump and do the front slide. Gonna be something like that. So the library escape is gonna be like this. Now, in this hallway, there are a bunch of different movements that you can do. At some point, you're gonna need to do wing smash chains, but at some points, you're gonna need to do dive bats because you don't have enough mana to just go through in a single chain. You have to stretch it out, but if you just stretch it out, you're not gonna use as much MP as you could, and it's gonna be slow. So what I do instead is 1 dive bat to get through the stone rows, 2 dive bats to get through the second stone rows, then do 2 wing smashes to get through this guy, and then you go back to doing dive bats. Now, right here, there are these skeletons right there. There are 2 of them. what you're gonna do is jump, do a slow jump, and by doing this, you're gonna kinda end up in the middle of them. If you're low on MP, you can instead do a quick one and you're gonna bonk into this guy and untransform. But assuming you've been doing everything else correctly so far, it's gonna be something like this. 1, 2. See how I got through them? And now I'm here. Do a wing smash, and it's just gonna put you exactly where you wanna be. Buffer the backdash. Wait until this. Buffer here. And here, again, depending on how much MP you have, you can do different strats. If you have the proper amount of MP, so everything else is fine, you're gonna do 2 shield ashes, and then you're gonna do the dive bat. If you're low on MP, I'm gonna show you the low on MP. You're gonna do 1, 2, 3. And this dive bat is gonna bonk into this guy. And then you can get a little bit of extra vertical distance like that. I should have made a save state. It's fine. Just do it again. It's good practice anyway. Ooh, a letter shield. Okay, so from this position, 1, 2, 3. Oops, sorry. 1, 2, 3. And you can bonk on this guy, and then you can do this. And if you're low on MP, that's what you're gonna do. If you're good on MP, you're gonna go 1, 2. You're not gonna bonk 1, and then you're gonna go 2. And it's gonna put you at the exact same spot. Regardless, kill this guy and move on with your life. So, something like this. Depending on how well you stretch your wing smashes, you might get damage boosted in a bad direction, but generally speaking, this is what you're gonna be doing. And then you shield dash through. Now, here. You can try to kill this guy and so that it gets out of the way, or you might ignore it. I like to kill it. Anyways, this part right here, remember how I said that we would bonk on the bells? We're gonna do the same thing. Do a double jump. See how I'm already in a dive kick state? That's because I'm bonking onto these stairs. So something like this, so that you can do a dive bat. And then, depending on how much MP you have from everything else, you're probably only gonna have enough for 1. If you've been following around as you should. But that's fine. If you have to, you can do 2. Don't try to do anything fancy with dive kicks here. Just backdash through this. Also, very important here. If you hold right in this last ledge, you're gonna end up here. So, release the directional, and once you cross this, then you can start holding right again. So anyway, now here, as you're jumping, attack to break the base, double jump to get in, backdash, and then move on with your life. So it's gonna be something like this. Do I have enough? Yeah, I do. Alright, so, Succubus. The setup is extremely simple. See this big thing? Alucard food on the big thing. Open the wings, use the shield rod spell, hold to the left. You can't miss it. It's literally impossible. And then you just keep holding to the left, and you win. Every time. I'm not even going to show it again, because the setup is extremely easy. There's no way you can miss it. Anyhow, here you're going to do a very interesting piece of movement. You're going to backdash, because you need the gold ring, and you're gonna delay a little bit. Like, you're not gonna backdash and immediately turn into bat. You're just gonna backdash, grab it, and then turn it into do a missed bat, and you're gonna be kind of like here, right? Let me show you. So something like this, and then you're gonna do a wing smash up. And what this does is that you stop around here, but more importantly, you're gonna stop at the ceiling. And when you stop at the ceiling, you can do a double jump. Alright? So you do a double jump and then transform into bat as you go up, and then you're gonna follow it up with a wing smash. So it's going to be something like this. See? Just like this. And notice how I'm still holding the jump button. I pressed this so that I could get the double jump, and I don't release it because you're gonna be doing a wing smash and you're already holding X. So you just do it. You know, that's kind of the strat that you're supposed to do. And let me show you again. See? Still holding X, didn't release it. Do the wing smash, and on the screen transition, you're gonna buffer and untransform. If you do it right, what's gonna happen is that you are going to be here. I'm a bit out of position because of the setup, but basically what's gonna happen is that you're gonna be able to cross this gap. See how you can cross this gap? This puts you at the perfect position. I didn't position myself. I just untransformed from the buffer. Now, important to note, if you do a wing smash too low, the setup's not gonna work. See how I'm bonking it? And if you do it too high... Oh, no, never mind. Too high is fine, as long as you don't move. Anyway, if you do it too low, it's gonna be a problem. So make sure that as you're just transforming into bat, you kind of get into a pretty good height. Buffer the untransform, and then you can just double jump out of this place, okay? Double jump here, double jump, try to do a front slide. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Just try to do front slides and to get to this spot right here. So let me show you the full section as it is supposed to be done. Now, once you reach this spot right here, you're gonna do a dive bat, and you're gonna go 1, very spaced out 2, and before the wing smash runs out, missed bat, get over here, do a wing smash, cancel it with a missed bat, I lost MP there, and then do a wing smash and immediately get over here. It's gonna be something like this. And then just double jump, front slides. Now here, you're gonna double jump and dive kick on... Get out of here, please. Damn it. You're gonna dive kick on this candle, and depending on how you dive kick, you could potentially bonk your head on this stair right here. See how as I... Let me show this. See how as I jump, I do a little bit of a stutter? You could potentially bonk your head there, and if you do, it's good because... it allows you to get this platform a tiny bit sooner, but you must be ready for both of them. Let me show you how it works. Oops. Untransform. Too late. See, right there. I just bonked my head, and that's what you're supposed to do. Right? Don't try anything fancy here, just shield dash, do front slides. And now here, I don't double jump on the screen transition, I just jump once. Do a dive bat, and make sure you've crossed this little ledge right here before you do your wing smash, because if you wing smash while still on the ledge, you're gonna bonk here, and that's no bueno. So, once you're clear, then you can do the wing smash. Dive kick, cancel the landing animation with the shield. I do one backdash and then I jump and do a diagonal shield rod to kill this guy. Backdash here, 1, 2, dive bat, wing smash, wing smash again, and it's gonna put you at around here. So let me show that again. Wing smash on the candle, wing smash on one of these clocks, and if you get the reference right, you're gonna end up just about here, right? So now you're gonna do another big menu. So you're going to equip the library card, right? If everything's correct, equip the library card, left, press L2 to reach the equipment, press to the right to equip the silver ring, press L2 again to reach the other equipment slot, press down for the gold ring, and then you get out of the menu. So it's gonna be something like that. See? Looks cool, looks swag, it's because it's fun. I suggest making a save state and practicing those menus. If, like, you get extra items, it might mess you up, but, like, you know, you should practice at the very least the proper strat. I'm gonna speed up this a little bit. So, once it starts opening, jump, double jump, and get up here. Now, you might have seen ASD do a super swag wolf into... let me see if I can... Let me see if I can do it. You might have seen ASD do this. I actually timed it, and it's actually slower than just keep going up. So, just keep going up. Kinda like that. And then, at this point, once you cross the screen transition, you're gonna look how much MP do you have. If you've done everything properly that I've demonstrated so far, you will have enough MP to do a wing smash, another wing smash, cancel it with a miss bat, and then do this. If you don't have enough, what you can do instead is just do a single wing smash and let it run out. But if you do have enough, which is to say you've nailed the strats as they're supposed to be, you can do two. You can do a backdash here if you stop it. Regardless, get down here, and once you reach this general spot, missed bat, and missed bat, wing smash to the left, refuel your MP, dive bat, and then while holding down, transform into the wolf. So let me show you this section as it is supposed to be. Missed the second wing smash, that's fine, doesn't really matter. Show you again. Oops, wait, what? Why am I facing to the left? Now reminder, you have a library card on your left hand, so don't spam the right hand, I guess. So don't spam the attack button. Just shield dash through. Shield dash through. You're gonna get the holy glasses. Spam the attack button, and then you're gonna use your final library card. Now, we're reaching the end here. Final library escape. You might be tempted to pause and equip the shield rod. Don't do that. Wait until you get into one of those loading rooms. So, library escape. You're gonna start with a dive bat. And very quickly, once you reach the once you pass the screen transition, very quickly do the inputs for a second wing smash here. Then keep doing wing smashes. Once you do the come on. Once you do the other one that ends in this particular spot, then you should try doing wing smashes down to try and clear this gap and keep going. So it's gonna be something like this. 1, 2, 1, hold down, hold down. I messed up the chain. That's fine, that will happen a lot. It is pretty tricky. Once you get here, missed bat, 1, 2, 3. You're supposed to do 3 there. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Missed bat. 1, 2. And that is the library escape. It is pretty tough, but it is definitely doable. You just have to get used to it. But it's not so bad. The hardest part for me, in my opinion, is this one, because being able to stretch 3 wing smash... Oops. Being able to stretch 3 wing smashes is really hard. As you can see, I dropped it a lot. Missed bat, failed. That's a shame. If that happens, just do a dive bat and move on with your life. Now, remember that I said equip the shield rod? Well, here's the menu that you're going to do once you reach the loading room. Press to the left to equip the moonstone. Left and X, of course. Then you're going to go L2 twice. 1, 2, and 3, I'm sorry. Press to the right to equip the holder glasses. Then you go to L2 twice, and then you use the shield rod. So let me show this again. Kind of like that. Once more. Oops, I didn't press left L2 twice. Something like that. And reminder, you should do that in the loading... in the loading zone, because it doesn't have music, which is another way of saying that it loads the menus faster. Thank you, whoever discovered that on the Xbox. It's also applicable to PlayStation. Kind of like that. Miss bat, and do the same thing that you did on the previous one. 1, 2. Front slide. Front slide. If you don't do the double front slide, your run is invalid. Jump once. Backdash. Hold up. Wait a little bit after these things bonk, and then you press the backdash. If you do it as they're bonking, you're gonna miss it. You have to delay it a tiny little bit. Do the backdash to get to the room. Now here, double jump, diagonal grab, transform in a bat, untransform. And here, depending on how you want to do it, you could miss the bat and do a wing smash, or you could just carry the momentum and you could carry, if you wanted, you could carry the momentum and do it from there. I prefer carrying the momentum because it's faster. So something like this. Now, getting to Richter. It's almost at the end, guys. Almost at the end of this video. Dive bat, wing smash up, and when you're kind of in the middle of here, you're gonna miss bat and do 1, 2, and that's it. Where is this? Okay, so let me. Oh, my run is invalid. Never mind. There you go. My run is valid now. Get the backdash, wait a tiny little bit, bonk, backdash, jump, do it like this. Oops. One, 2. Now, Richter setup. If you know randomizer, you can do the spirit orb setup, but in Glitchless, there's an easier way. So what you do is, you press to the right, do 1 backdash, jump, jump, double jump, and then do the shield rod spell. So something like this. And it's gonna kill it 100% of the time. Super easy, super simple. And it actually consumes less MP than doing Soul Steel. So do that strat because it's easier, consumes less MP, it's like everything's just better. So, if you've been following along so far, this is gonna be the end of the first castle. 2 hours of content. Isn't that great? because my throat is dying and my fingers are also dying and my brain is also melting, I am gonna end this video here, but there will be a part 2 that goes over everything in the second castle. It will definitely be shorter, probably. I hope so, because it's almost 2 hours of this. But yeah, thanks a lot everyone for watching part 1. If you still have any anything that you don't understand or you would like help, hit us up on the Sotn Discord, and we're eager to aid and make you a better runner, because we need more runners for this game. It's not just about the randomizer, guys. Speedruns exist. But yeah, anyways, thanks a lot everyone. I'll see you guys around.